Hey, it's the right weekend, and as you can see from the title, that's why you're here. There's a dark history when it comes to uh, the whole topic, when it comes to abortion, Planned Parenthood, and the whole issue with eugenics, especially in the early part of our century. This was part of the whole progressive era, and the progressives try to make it seem like everything they do is perfect. Everything that's why they call it progressive. They say it's progress, okay? But everything they've done, not everything they do is a good thing. Progress for the sake of progress is not always a good thing. And if you come here and you look, like I said, I always like to use left wing sources. So I'm just going straight to Wikipedia. And if you look here in Wikipedia and you see you could just type in eugenics. Here's the eugenics in the United States, and here they try to it goes here. It tries to aim improving the genetic quality of the human population. The cause became increasingly promoted by intellectuals of the progressive era. And if you can see here, it goes here. While ostensibly about improving genetic quality, it has been argued that eugenics was more about preserving the position of the dominant groups in the population. Scholarly research has determined that people who found themselves targets of the eugenics movement were those who were seen as unfit for society: the poor, the disabled, the mentally ill, and specific communities of color. And the disproportionate number of those who fell victim to eugenics sterilization initiatives were women who were identified as African American, Hispanic, or Native American. As a result, the United States eugenics movement is now generally associated with racist and native elements. Well, there you go. Done. Okay. No, let me stop there. You can see here from all the points that it makes here in eugenics here. Um, it goes talks about compulsory sterilization. So let's say, for example, um, people with Down syndrome would be people that they would want to um, sterilize. African Americans here, does um, sterilization of black people. It goes, uh, so you can see all of this stuff. I'm not gonna touch into everything just because the fact that, like here, sterilization of Latina woman. It points out about Puerto Rico, which I know because they did testing of birth control pills in Puerto Rico, and it sterilized a lot of women. But if you want to do a deep, this show is not to do a deep dive into what was going on with it. I just wanted to show how eugenics, the progressive era, how it's linked all together. Um, and here goes one of the the founder of Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger. Margaret Sanger was a racist. Uh, she started she supported eugenics. Here goes. Um, she was criticized for it. And one of the things you will see, if you see where she started her, where did she find, where did she find, where she founded Planned Parenthood? New York City. Where in New York City? Harlem. What's Harlem known for? It's black population. So what did she do? That's where she created Planned Parenthood. It uh, it wasn't just about abortion, but it was about eliminating unwanted people in society. Okay, and all you have to do, this is stuff that you don't have to do. Like I said, this is not a deep dive. You want to do a deep dive, you go into it and you can see all the rabbit holes in it. And um, here you go. You can see. Here's a an old piece from opinion piece in 2020. Research shows Planned Parenthood expands targeting minorities as it spurns racist minorities. It goes here. Um, the new research shows that Parenthood has located a stunning 86% of its abortion facilities in or near minority neighborhoods in the 25 U.S. counties with the most abortions. These 25 counties contain 19% of the U.S. population and are home to 28% of the U.S. Black population, 37% of the Hispanic Latino population. In 12 of these counties, Blacks and Latinos are more than 50% of the population. In contrast, Blacks are only 12% of the U.S. population. Hispanics, Latinos are 16.3, which is a low number from now it's higher. But yeah, so you could see, so this is where Margaret Sanger found Planned Parenthood, like I said, and they continue to be in poor and Black neighborhoods. They'll say it's because poor neighborhoods need it and Black and Latino neighborhoods need it because they're poor. But still, it's not about Planned Parenthood. It's about pretty much they say they do all these things, which I'm not going to say they don't, but the majority of where they make their funds is from abortions. And this is it's a sick business to be in. I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not someone who's for a ban of abortion. I think there should be limits. I always say the heartbeat bill is the total, or any ban is the same extreme end of when it comes to, like, the abortion up to birth. They are but what's going on, the progressives, they like to play with language, like what's going on with the whole gender stuff. You see it here in the eugenics movement. um they're targeting a change in society. Not all change is good. This is change that is, it's going to hurt our society. And just the same way abortion has killed um, many Black and Latino babies, this whole gender identity movement is gonna, not necessarily going to hurt, but it's going to cause sterilization, because you're going to have pretty much all these people who, especially when you do it in kids, it's going to cause sterilization. And with that being said, when I talk about the play with language, I found this tweet. Since seems to mean like no one agrees here, but again, no. Oh no, it goes here. My body, my choice. I'm going to yeet the parasite. It's disgusting. That was like, wow. When it went from fetus to parasite, the euphemisms that need to be used to justify killing a human life. Now look, this person, they put, it's literally a parasite. Look up the definition. Google's free. And they're like, you shouldn't be ashamed. Sh- um, shouldn't be something to be ashamed of, though. Not everyone wants to have children. You don't want to have children? Get your tubes tied, burn them, cut them, whatever. Fine. But abortion's not birth control. There's a reason why Democrats used to run on safe, legal, and rare, because this is what people agree on. For the most part, the majority of the people, you do have a minority of people who want to ban abortion, and you have a minority of people who want abortion till birth. Okay, there's people in the middle where Florida just passed a law saying 15 weeks. You have 15 weeks to decide whether to have an abortion or not. That's still in some senses that might still be too far. 12 to 15 weeks, fine, I get it. There has to be a compromise. Um, but to call a baby a parasite, that's disgusting. And she could try to defend herself. but it's gross. Okay, you don't want children, don't have children. Don't mess up my children with your nonsense. But this is the language that goes on with the progressives, trying to, it's not a baby, it's a fetus. It's not a fetus now, it's a parasite, and anything to um, eliminate the humanity of the new life, because that's the whole thing. Doesn't matter. Um, doesn't matter how you look at it. Once the sperm fertilizes the egg, it's a new human being, has its own DNA. It's a unique life. Now, whether you choose to abort it, that's your personal choice. Okay, um, but to deny the humanity of that life is sick. It's just sick, and it's as sick as the founder of Planned Parenthood. Okay, um, she believed in eugenics, and like I said, you could come back here and see all the disgusting things that happen, um, like here, like compulsory sterilization. Indiana passed the first eugenics-based compulsory sterilization in the world. 30 U.S. states would soon follow their lead, although the laws were overturned by the Indiana Supreme Court in 1921 and in 1927. Buck v. Bell, the United States Supreme Court upheld the constitutionality of the Virginia Sterilization of Act of 1924, allowing the compulsory sterilization of patients of state mental institutions. So you can see, I mean, we have a dark history when it comes to this stuff. It's not, um, it's not surprising. Here it goes here. Early proponents of the eugenics movement included not only influential white Americans, but also several prominent African American intellectuals, such as W.E. Du Bois. And that doesn't surprise me. Du Bois was a Marxist, so it doesn't surprise me that Marxists are okay with this. So, do your own research. You could, it's easy to read into these people, read into the organization, read between the lines, see where they put these clinics, and go, look, you don't have to be, um, just because you're pro choice doesn't mean you have to be pro choice up till birth. That's gross. Okay. And look, I'm fine with them overturning Roe versus Wade because it should be something that's left up to the states. If a state wants to pass abortion ban, then let the state do it. Okay. Um, if it's something that the people don't want, if it's too extreme for those people, they'll get voted out. I wish I could say the same thing on the other side when it comes to, you know, uh, abortion till birth. But the problem is, in these states where they've passed abortion till birth, they have super majorities and they don't see anything wrong with what they did. I wish they would, because, saying that the mental health of the mother means that a 9-month old baby should die is disgusting. It's disgusting because all you're doing is killing an innocent life. So, anyways, let me know what you guys think. If you guys want me to do a deep dive on this, or I'll give out more details, more information, I'll do it. I just wanted to give a quick update. I just wanted to give a quick history. I just wanted to do a quick video so people could see for themselves a little snippet of the history of Planned Parenthood, the history of eugenics in our country, and the views of the people here, the new progressives that, instead of pushing abortion, they want to push chemical castration, because that's what puberty blockers are. They talk about they could reverse it. No, you can't. you know. So, anyways, let me know. Like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, you want me to go in more depth, I will do it. Um, and you could, or shoot me a message on social media, or where you can interact with me: Facebook, Twitter, Gab, Telegram, Parlor, Getter. I have them all. All right, so I'm just want to leave it there. Hope you guys have a great day.